Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel 2 Part 57. In the previous video, we completed our operation in Roer. We battled Angelica's uncle and his anime death robot, and then we fought another death robot who wasn't quite as anime, but now we have freed Roer and it's time to talk to people. What are you doing here, buddy? This town may be made of steel, but its people are not. To see them finally understand each other moves me to tears. I'm so proud of all of you. Do you hope to become creatures of love as well? When are you going to be the final boss? Like, which game are you the final boss of? Come on. I mean, I already know you're going to be like the final boss of some, maybe the entire series. Maybe this is actually the god himself, or herself. You have a lot of potential. Perhaps I could take you under my wing and make you my students. Good day and welcome to the Rhineford Company corporate headquarters. It feels so great to be back to work. It's been so long since I was actually able to do my job. But enough about me, feel free to go inside. With all you Thor's kids have done, you can come and go as you please. Damn right. Can I get a stipend? Hell no. Okay, I'll just be poor. It's the Lusitania. You still buying an airship, dude? An alarm started sounding right when I was about to close a huge deal yesterday. It really scared the life out of me. Looking at how it fired up the staff, how fired up the staff is today, I got a feeling today's gonna go really well. Hold on, you're one of the heroes who freed the city. What an honor to be able to meet you like this. Oh wow, this would be quite the story of a next business meeting. I didn't really do much, honestly. Your praise is probably better saved for Angelica. Not at all. There's no way Roer would have been freed if not for the courageous. So on behalf of everyone here in Roer, allow me to thank you for your incredible work. Well, thank you for the thanks, I guess. I'm kind of on Reen's side. I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel like I did anything. How humiliating. We were forced to follow the acting chairman's orders to the letter. As awful as that was, things got even worse. We ended up letting those archaisms run rampant in the building. We're in the middle of a complete revamp of our security protocols to make sure this can never happen again. It's still unbelievable dumpster trash. I mean, 15 at least feels better than 7, but our stats are also a lot higher, so it's kind of still the same. Master Reen Shores are Thor's military academy, I presume. Lady Elise is on the 24th floor at the moment. She's with Her Highness Princess Alphen at the moment. Will you be going to see them? I suppose so. Welcome to the Rhineford Company headquarters. Allow me to take this opportunity to personally thank you for liberating Roer. Can I have your month's pay? Well, I mean, no. Nothing's necessary. Honestly, that wasn't even our goal. We were just trying to save the chairman for Elisa's sake. We are glad we could do that, though. As we are, the chairman is hard at work rebuilding the group and trying to get back to its peak capacity. And once Rhineford returns to normal, Roer should follow. We could not be more grateful for all that you've done. Granted, even if you hadn't come, Sharon would have probably saved it anyway, so, I'm not bitter. Our department's back to work too. I'm so happy I could hug you. I'll try to restrain myself, however. Oh, I've been dreaming this moment for so long now. It's time to get back to work and no more slacking. Are you the church guy? I don't see an RC car. What's this? Mint safe after all? Dude, after not hearing a peep from over the past 2 months, I was really starting to feel the words. Isn't Glasses got the car, dude? Guess this military academy really toughened her up. I'm so proud. Oh, what fantastic news. Great to hear that she's doing well. Thanks, all of you. If Mick can hang in there these last 2 months, I can make the most of my situation too. Let's start with putting this department back together. Sir, the Orbital computer production line is completely unusable. They made such crazy modifications to it that I can't make heads or tails of the damn thing. Alright, I'll take care of this. You get to work on restoring that design data. Of course, sir. Now we finally got our home back. It's time to get everything back to the way it was. I'll get that data restored. You can count on it. We can't let the Chief's secret porn collection be lost to time. That would be unthinkable. Is there anyone else over here? And there's the elevator, but we'll come back and do bond events later. Just I thought everything was sorted out. Lady Angelica tells you she's going to be leaving us. I hope she's not planning to flirt with any girls elsewhere in the country. She's such a playgirl. She has us, so why would she need anyone else? I can't control her wandering eyes, but I only ever have eyes for her. Maybe if you're like 5 years younger, she'd be interested. Oh! Lady Angelica was here this morning and stroked both of us on the head. She did tell us she'd be leaving with the other students of her academy while she was doing that, though. I didn't think our sweet time together would be so brief. Now that the Marquis has changed his position on the war, peace has finally returned to this city. Seems that was what most of the soldiers wanted all along deep down. Conflicts are incredibly tragic for everyone involved, even more so when they're between family members. In a sense, though, we Arbonians are all part of one great family. I can only hope the bitterness that has divided this country ends soon. We cannot do much, but we must do what we're able. Welcome to the Roer Cathedral. I've heard one of the terrorists was called to the goddess's side during the battle at the Schwarzrock barrier. Though he may have strayed from the right path, each lost light still makes the world a dimmer place. And I pray that he may find peace in his final rest. I mean, he was a terrorist. Thank you. O wandering soul, find thy solace at the goddess's side. And what about all the soldiers that got killed at the Aurelia Fortress? What about them, Archbishop, huh? I've been told that Sister Quill was transferred elsewhere. I'm so sad she had to leave us. Hope I can see her again someday. Well, too bad. They just materialized. We're no longer part of the Noble Alliance, nor will we play any further part in the war. We will not, however, permit anyone to threaten the safety of this province. Our pride is still intact. Suspicious persons will be arrested on sight, so do not press your luck. What the fuck are you talking about? Do you not know who I am? The Marquis is currently resting in his mansion. To be perfectly honest, I'm relieved that things ended this way. We don't care about both his lordship and Lady Angelica. We wouldn't want either one of them, anything to happen to either one of them. No one who backed Lady Angelica and her plan is going to be punished for it. That's perfectly fine by me. I'm just glad this all came to an end without hurting a hair on either of their heads. They will suddenly find themselves demoted in about 2 to 3 months, and it will not be related to them participating in the rebellion. It'll just be because of poor performance reviews. Are the performance reviews allowed to be seen? No, of course not. We may not be participating in the war, but will not hesitate to defend the order of our province. Bro, shut up. We're above the law for the most part. Oh no, don't arrest me. Dang, I might have to fly away in my fucking airship. They said the modernization of Roer was really dependent on 3 people. The first, the former Reinford chairman, Gwen Reinford. Second, President Schmidt of the Roer Institute of Technology. The third isn't nearly well known, but it's the genius artisan, Jackass. They're all amazing, but they apparently don't get along very well, so you won't see them working together very often. It's a shame, too. Imagine what sort of incredible things they could make if they all worked together. Kid, aren't you like 7? Why do you know this? I'd love to see those 3 men work together on something one day. No matter what they make, I'm sure it'd be a thing of beauty. Don't you have, like, Kick the Can to be playing? Oh, what's up, man? I'm so glad Mom and Instructor Mary are alright. Thanks for the whole liberating Roer thing, Relene. Seriously, I really mean it. I can't thank you and your classmates enough. It's not like you didn't play a part in it or anything. But liberating Roer is just one step on our path to liberating the Academy. We'll all be counting on you. I won't let you down. The ship may have... the engines might explode. Don't ask why. From the sounds of things, you all felt wonderfully yesterday. It was quite a shock when I heard the particulars of what happened, but I'm glad you're all safe. Us too. Thank you, Instructor. You sure you don't want to come with us? You wouldn't be the first instructor to come aboard the Courageous, and we'd be more than happy to have you. I'm certain that if I were to join you on the ship, I would only be a burden. That's due in no small part to my family potentially objecting to my presence there and causing trouble for everyone. As inactive as it sounds, I think the best thing I can do for you is stay here and pray for your safety and success. Well, if you're sure, we'll try not to let you down. I like to imagine that Roer will be safe for the time being, but take care all the same. The same to all of you. May Adios watch over you all. Well, now that Mitt's back with us, all we need to worry about is you and Markov. As I've explained to you numerous times, we are certainly friends, but I'm afraid that we don't have the sort of relationship you seem to think we do. Oh, have you got a problem with our baby brother? What's your deal? That's not what I'm saying. Sure, he's a little clumsy, maybe sort of unkempt and prone to getting lost all the time, but he's my family. So if you got any issues with him, just tell me, and I'll field them in his place. Go on, lay it on me. He's been acting like this for a whole month now, and I think my daily stomach pains have something to do with their cooking. I mean, the food doesn't look that bad. I mean, you know, it's just salad. You can't mess salad up, kind of. Roer's back to the way it was. This is the best. I was hoping this day would come, but man, that's not how I figured Nordia's involvement in the war would end. Lady Angelica never ceases to amaze. You could look all over Zemuria and never find another noble quite like her. She really topped herself this time, though. Yep, all by herself. She didn't, you know, die 1,000 times to the robot or nothing. Yep, nope, it was all her. Marcus Ragnar withdrew from the Alliance. That's good news. Now I can focus on my work without worrying about a war on my doorstep. You got a lot to prepare for at the end of the school year around the corner. You've never left this chair. Along with the, you don't even have anything to write on. You just have like 2 sheets of paper, and you just like put them out to make them look you're busy. I'm on to you. Along with 2 students who are dangerously low in credits. Almost time for the students to move on to the next grade, which means I have a lot of work to do. I want to make sure those 2 submit their reports at the very least. They could be in real trouble if they don't. They got cars to build, dude. Leave them alone. Sounds you have quite the ordeal over at the Schwarzschild barrier. It's over now, though, which means you've got some time to relax a little. And you know what'll help you relax? A cocktail. Here, I'll teach you. Don't worry, it's non-alcoholic. Yeah. And you even keep him busy. I also hear there was a fatality during the recent battle. Feel free to take the time to rest and unwind. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't on our side. What happened to the Schwarzschild bear is the talk of the town. It's hard to believe that ash-colored night really exists, though. I've heard all the stories about the Great Night ending conflicts, but maybe this means they're not just stories after all. That ash-colored night is just like the way the Great Nights are described in the ancient legends. Perhaps that means those old stories are more than just stories. I already have some of those. I'm stuck. Please, help. Machias, what are you doing? The man's just staring at the sun. No wonder his eyes are all messed up. What time is it now? Yeah, he should be in the building. I'd really rather not see him, but I gotta do what I gotta do, I guess. Time to go and arrange a meeting. Knowing him, he's gonna be exactly the same as I remember. Is this about the Schmidt guy? Nobody's here to see. He doesn't seem too happy about it. I've done everything I can to avoid seeing him for a while now, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Maybe I should ask Hars and Gregor to set up the meeting for me, huh? Could probably say hi to them either way. Oh, you just look the same as the other guy. What? The Alliance was withdrawn from Roer? You serious? Serious? Yeah! Life is good. Life is so damn good. Someone's happy. Yeah! I'm so happy I could kiss you. That'd be sexual assault. Please don't do that. Life is so damn good. Whoa, yay! Hooray for sweet, sweet freedom. Thank you, Goddess. I don't have to worry about the Alliance anymore. I thought those guys would never leave sometimes, but it happened and now we're free. Marcus Ragnar withdrawing from the Alliance means the Roer is neutral now, right? That's great news. We don't need to be worried about being attacked or any of that stuff now. Now I can devote myself wholeheartedly to my studies, thank goodness. One day I hope to be a researcher as capable as Lubrel's Erica Russell. Never heard of her. She's probably a very well-adjusted individual, I would guess. She's one of the many geniuses who will lead technological development forward. Now that things have calmed down in Roer, I need to really buckle down on my studies to reach that goal. You really don't be too like her. Just, you know, only authorized personnel can answer here. I'm authorized. I hope he didn't go too far. More than anything, though, I just hope he hasn't gotten himself into trouble. Wasn't he the person we helped in our field study here? He seems worried about something, but I don't know if we'll be able to help him all by myself. I'll come back with the others and ask him what's up when I can. Okay. Does that mean I can't do it until the next day? Such a relief that this province is now neutral in the war. What our students need is an open, free environment that fosters their creativity, not lots of military funding. Phew, I'm finally done. I don't want to see another account for a long, long time. After what happened, the Institute's going to make an effort to distance itself from the Alliance, at least for now. Which means that things should finally be able to go back to normal here, and that's music to my ears. Okay, so we still got a hotel, arms, and the lower floor. We should have time to at least do a few of the bond events in this video. Your Chairman Arena is back to work. What fantastic news. That means the second factory will be resuming operations too. I need to go back to the office and get my subordinates in gear right away. If we are going to do any bond events, it'll be at the end of the video though. Just kind of the way we've been doing them, but just kind of have them all sectioned off in their own part of the video naturally. Those are going to be able to start getting bigger orders of products in our lineup again. I couldn't be happier. Hopefully a little extra commerce helps Roer get a little bit of its old lifeblood back. But not yet. You won't take my money just yet. I'm proud of Marcus Ragnar for knowing when to stand down. He recognized his defeat honorably and swore to Her Highness that he would take no further part in the war. That's how a real man should behave. It makes me as proud as ever to be a citizen of Roer, to see him to do that. Doesn't that, like, also undermine the idea that the noble family, or the imperial family, is approving of the Noble Alliance? Like, you wouldn't think that'd be kind of, like, weird optics? Of, you know, having Princess Alphen speaking for the imperial family, getting someone to withdraw from the Noble Alliance, who in theory you would think they would want to win the war? I wonder how that's going to be spun. Oh, Anton, come on. You've got a shot. You've got a real legitimate shot. Okay? They're not out of your league. They're not an important main character who is exclusively going to have the hots for Reen. Like, you have a chance, Anton. This maid insisted that I try listening to the radio. Well, I hate to turn her down. I'm really not in the mood for it right now. God damn it, Anton. We need to start with this broadcast to bring you an important news bulletin. You just received word that an airliner has been hijacked. Yeah, this isn't exactly cheering me up either. I don't have time for this. I need to go find Ricky. She says listening to this will cheer me up, but I'm not feeling it. Anton, come on, man. How you gonna turn this down? This is like your one chance. Listen to the radio is loads of fun. Here, I'll put on one of my favorite stations. You'll be jumping around with joy in no time. Okay. This guy seems really bummed. I put on my favorite radio station for him though, so hopefully that'll cheer him up. I hear Chairman Arena has been restored to her position and Heindel Ragnar has taken a leave of absence from his, which is a massive relief to me. If the RF group returns to its former glory, our customers should come back. I just hope the war doesn't drag on for too much longer. I'm so very tired of it. I want to be freed from this prison of this desk. I haven't left in years now. These aren't even real legs. They're just stilts. I think we're done up here. We can go down. Aren't you one of the Thor students? Thank you so much for all you've done. You've given this city its pride back. All the factories they modified to produce weapons, we've still got some restoring to do. But that's for us to worry about, and we'll be happy to. Thank you again for bringing the city back to life. Woof. Who would expect that Her Highness Princess Alphen would grace our humble province with her presence? I heard that she was under the Alliance's control in Heimdall, but do old rumors matter at this point? What matters is that she's out of the capital and free now. She's the hope of every single Airbonian. It looked almost divine as she stood atop the courageous and delivered her statement. Princess Alphen is now Airbonia's greatest hope. I mean, is she though? I feel like it might be someone else who's also kind of important. Someone else who's kind of important? Someone else who might be important? Our factory's open again! Yay! It's time to get back to making orbital lamps and orbital stoves and orbital fridges and orbital radios and orbital everything! I thought you said you weren't making weapons anymore. What do you mean you're making orbital radios? It's good to have work. I mean, what's an engineer without a job? Postgraduate? Better stay away from the highways for now. I need to focus on resting up. Can I talk to you? I almost fell over when I heard that Marcus Ragnar decided to proclaim neutrality. Now that he has, though, I know he'll stand by it. He's a man of his word, if nothing else. But yet, if he does, the provincial army will fall in line too. Looks like we can finally rest easy. Guess what? Lynn's sister's here to see her. Oh, I'm so glad to know that she's alright. Lynn's been so worried about her. They're catching up with each other right now. I decided to give the two of them some privacy. Yep, privacy. Alright. What's up, it's Reen, yo? Hey, Reen. Hello, Reen. Can we not do this just for today? I feel like we should wear a shirt that says I'm sorry about her or something. Aw, come on. Just having a little bit of fun with my two best pals. Besides, it's been so long since we've seen each other like this that she probably missed all the teasing. Really? I'm just so happy to see you again. I was so worried this whole time. I never should have left you alone like that. You must have been really scared, and I'm so sorry. I should be the one saying all that. Oh, here come the tears. You're such a dummy, Lynn. There. It's great to see the two of you back together again. Reen, we owe you so much. We might not have ever seen each other again if it weren't for Class 7 and the Courageous. Now it's time for you to return the favor by joining the crew and doing all I can to help out. You better. I'm not gonna keep spicing up your life as the ship's sexiness officer. That's not a... I don't think any airship... well, maybe Jukayan's. I mean, never mind. I know you're trying to joke to cover the fact that you're crying, but it's really not working. Boo. Fine, let's go get on that ship. Follow me, I'll show you the way. Alright then. Thank you, Reen. We'll see you later, okay? I'll see you on board. Lynn finally found her sister. Maybe it was the other way around. Either way, it's good news. She told me it was her first time working in retail like this, but she did a pretty good job. And what a nice girl she is. I'll support her no matter what she decides to do from here on. Whatever it is, I hope she gives it her very best. Does she get a stipend? No. You crazy? You've all done a remarkable job. Thanks to you, we're finally able to make our return to Roer, and we'll be leaving a number of our officers at this station. Hopefully that will help stabilize things in this province, though there's no telling what the future may hold. I haven't seen you since what? Your last field study here? Good to see you again. Seems to me you've all grown up a lot since then. The Or's clearly taught you well. But you can leave the cleanup here to us. We'll do what we can to ensure the order's maintained. You do remember me, right, Reen? Yeah, you know my name. Reen? Reen, what is my name, Reen? I feel like you don't know what my name is. I'll have you know I do have one. I'm not just an RMP officer. You looking for, chickadee? I'm on my way back to the mansion. Try as I might to bring Lady Annabelle home, she's not having any of it. I'm still shocked by how much she's changed since I last saw her. She was never so selfish before. I don't know how I'm going to avoid telling her father about all this. I told her that her fiancé, a young Mr. William Lakelord III, had gone missing, but she didn't seem to care. She simply looked me in the eyes and said a real angler wouldn't die so easily. He'll be fine. Since when are fishermen invincible? She isn't the young lady I remember, that's for certain. Feels good to have production getting back in gear again. We owe it all to Lady Angelica, too. I mean, I hear that, like, Reen Kid did something important, too. Nope, it was actually all the maid did everything. It'll be a while before we get back to producing anything. They basically used our factory as a giant storage cupboard. Before we can do anything, we need to clean and inspect every last piece of equipment. Whining aside, we're still 100 times better off than we were a few days ago. It'll be a while before we get back to practicing anything. They basically used our factory. You're repeating dialogue already. How dare you? How dare you? Oh my god, the gang's all here, dude. Hey, Reen. Hey there. Good to see you're taking it easy. You've earned it. Right back at you, Angelica. Are you taking a break together then? We certainly are. Nothing makes me happier than spending some quality time with my dear sweet Toa. George's at the Institute too, so it's just the two of us, and it's about time I whisk her off into our own little private world. No, Angie! I really haven't changed a bit. But in a weird way, I've missed this. Now we just need Crow. Yeah. Our crew won't be complete until we drag his ass back home, kicking and screaming. In case you haven't figured it out, I'll be helping you out from now on. Oh. I will say that Toa taking up acting captain position did strike me as quite the surprise. Maybe it's time for me to figure out where I fit in the grand scheme of things too. Will we use you? I don't know. I mean, probably not like a ton, but... I mean, she's okay. I feel like she needs another craft, I think, to really differentiate herself. Because, I mean, basically she has an impede delay in a line, the thing that Rin can already do. She has zero impact, which is great if enemies are weak to feint, but if enemies are weak to feint, Sarah's just objectively better at doing that stuff with her ultimate. And then she has a self buff that's just kind of worse than Sarah's. Like, she just kind of feels like a bad Sarah. And I like Sarah as a character, and I like using her in combat, so I don't really know how much room there is for Angelica. I mean, we'll use her some, because I want to use all the characters at least a little bit, but... Can't celebrate without a damn good drink, and today's a great day to be celebrating. Here's the liberation of Roer. Sure it's okay to be treating us like this, Devance? Here I am, drink up, it's all in the house, it's a time to be celebrating. Except for the kids, they will have to pay. I ain't buying anything other than you helped her bit, but that's good enough for me. Who cares as long as things are back to normal around here. Old Devance really knows how to treat his customers right. Hey, Una, bring me another one. That's how I ended up helping her. Who could say no to Lady Angelica? Oh, now I get you. I knew you were up to something. So what'd you help her with? Don't tell me all you did was give her a place to sleep. Of course not. You better be off asking what I didn't do. You should have seen me pistol in hand taking the guys out taking the guys out after her like they were nothing. That's my man. I don't buy it for a second. That's one hell of a story. Oh, well, hello there. I'm sorry about all the noise Devance is making. He always has to exaggerate. He did do a darn thing like that and he knows it. Anyway, never mind him. If you're hungry, feel free to order away. Game, I'm stuck. Like when you get trapped by like NPCs in like a 2D game. You know, when they walk around, sometimes games will have like spots where NPCs can trap you. You don't usually see it happen too often in 3D games, but that's kind of funny. You're having to work the counter again, dude? Well, I don't have to do this. I won't even pay with a mirror. What kind of job pays with books? I don't even like books. Here, you take it off my hands. Okay, that's some great dialogue. Well, I was still manning the counter anyway. I thought everything was back to normal now. Why do I still have to help running the joint? Oh, that's so good. I want another one. Okay, so is that everywhere? We haven't gone to the RF store and Jackass. And this house. My husband came home. The mine is finally free now. Better yet, there's not a scratch on him. I couldn't be more relieved. Adios, thank you so much. Man, I feel like, you know, someone else did some stuff too. Dad came home finally. He was gone for so long, Mom was worried sick. And that means he's gonna have to give me a few toys to make up for it. Man, it feels good to finally come home. Celine and Todd are both doing okay too. What a relief. Guess I got a lot of things to, got a lot of thank yous to make for all this. You, your friends, Lady Angelica, that horny maid. I owe you all my deepest gratitude. Husband came home, the mine is finally free. Oh my god. Alright. Just, like, I gotta talk to you. Don't be weird, man. Grandpa, how do I get good at hide and seek? What, are you stupid? You hide in places where people can't find you. That's what I mean. How do I find places where people won't find me? I want to get good in hide and seek like Toddy is, but I don't know how to do that. Well, here's what you do. You club them upside the head till they forget that you're playing hide and seek in the first place, and then they'll never find you because they won't even be looking. That's the Jackass special right there. Things might be getting back to use around here, but I gotta look into a little something for old Gwen. We both know there's something going on in the shadows of this war, but outside of that, we're both in the dark. Can't exactly leave Lacombe and go looking into it right now, though. Gonna have to wait for things to settle down a bit. Got a vague idea of where to start looking into these black workshop guys. It's not like I can leave Lacombe and go off investigating right now. Just gotta wait a bit longer. Wait, you say black workshop? That was the name. I don't have time to worry about this right now. Focus, focus. What are you talking about, Reen? Well, I guess that's everything? in terms of just talking. I assume you won't let me leave the city, but we'll check. Because last time, you know, they told us not to leave the city and go south, but there was actually a reason to go down there, but... We didn't do the RF store. You fool. You almost forgot the RF store. I can't believe he was actually right. Because of that, Clayson Co. now has a new major contract with us with terms that are hugely favorable for them. That Hugo boy's a businessman to you reckon with. I mean, maybe you shouldn't have accepted. Alright, that's the last of my business here for the time being. Preparations have been made, dotted lines have been signed, I just gotta get in contact with our capital office. He looks awfully busy. He has invited him to join the Courageous, can wait until after maintenance is done. Instead, I'm just gonna listen to him talk creepily. Ah, God, his report. I need to get to that. So much to do, so little time. Gonna leave him be and come back when the maintenance is done. Had a difficult time dealing with Hugo Kleiss not too long ago. How did he manage to predict that this was coming, though? Factories that turn out consumer products are at least starting to get back up and running again. We did, however, end up signing a contract stipulating that 10% of the goods we receive go to Kleiss & Co. I'm impressed a young man like Hugo Kleiss is able to predict this would happen. I heard he was quite the businessman and skilled negotiator, but it seems those rumors were true. All we can do now is accept defeat. Alright, Siri, you're right here. What's up? This is my first time seeing Roer. I must admit I'm very impressed. My expectations were high given the Reinford Company's presence here, but I can safely say they've been shattered. To think this single shop alone has more types of orbital goods than the entirety of Legram. I feel kind of like a child in a candy store, to be honest. There's so much I want to look at while I'm here. Alright, let's go. Mind if we look around together? Nothing like shelves full of stuff to take your mind off things. By all means, let's see what this place has to offer. Oh, so this is an orbital refrigerator. And you put dead bodies in these? What, no. I noticed there was a large one in the Courageous' kitchen, but wasn't entirely sure what it was at the time. I know you mentioned it. We do have one aboard, don't we? You know, just stick food in there and have it stay fresh for days is pretty awesome. Though it is, I wouldn't mind having one to prepare for myself when I prepare a boxed lunch. How much does one cost? Reed, you have to hide the price tag quickly. Leave the store before we become even poorer. We probably can't even afford it. Maybe I'll consider one of my skill in cooking improves enough to justify the expenditure. Let's go look at something else. Maybe you can get a toaster. Right, she actually seems pretty disappointed she can't get one. I'm just saying, we saved the city, we should at least get one free orbital refrigerator, right? Isn't that like in the Erebonian Constitution somewhere? Save a city, you get a free refrigerator? What's this? The design is rather avant-garde. This here, it's called an orbital vacuum cleaner. You press the button on and it'll suck up dust and crumbs. It was like the orbital version of a broom, I guess. That does sound pretty convenient. I'd like to give it a try. Let's see. Laura, carefully press the button on the vacuum cleaner. I don't think I'm supposed to just turn on appliances in the store like that. Sorry, I guess curiosity got the better of me. Suppose you should turn it off then. This is the button you press to do that. Why is it vibrating even louder, more forcefully? Excuse me, miss. Well, you certainly seem none too pleased with this. I'm sorry, Reen. Don't worry about it. It's not often I see you get into trouble like that. Guess technology isn't your forte, huh? Apparently not. I mean, I have an interest in it, but very little experience actually using it. I think I'll be able to use all the appliances here if I've had a chance to learn, though, just like I did with our combat orbits. By the way, what are these? They're, orbital washing machines. By the look of it, you put your clothes in them, and it'll wash them for you. At least I had a few in our house from what I remember. Wow, that sure sounds convenient. Fascinating. I wonder how it works. Let me see. Not again. My apologies. So which of these buttons turns it off? This one? No, maybe this one? And then Roer was destroyed. Please tell me you haven't done what I think you've done. I'm afraid it appears I've broken it. Well, on the plus side, Laura, you're strong enough that they can't force you to pay. Excuse me, miss? Hugo's just like, as long as I keep staring at this shelf, I don't have to get involved. Fortunately for Laura and Reen, the damage was much less severe than it looked, and they were able to repair the orbital washing machine. The employee was understandably furious, but thanks to their connection with Lisa, he was kind enough to overlook what happened. See, as long as you're rich and are strong enough, you can get away with whatever you want. I can't believe I made such a blunder, not once but twice. Well, at least they were able to fix it, right? Also the intel, I guess. Still, it really does feel like you were, born into the way of the sword. That's a backhanded compliment, Reen Schwarzer. I don't need you to make lack of my Wait, what? You don't need to make my lack of domestic skills sound like some kind of winning quality. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a winning quality, but it's also, like, not a losing quality either. I'm all too aware of the areas where I come up short, and I took up cooking in an effort to become more refined, but I wasn't planning to admit that here. Still, I'm glad I got the chance to see a side of you that no one else really has gotten to. And hey, no one's good at everything. We've all got our weak spots. Well, that's true, but you and I aren't so different in that regard, you know? You can only cook rice balls. All of us have our roles we're good at fulfilling, and those we aren't. We need to learn to rely on each other. I want you to promise you won't try and shoulder everything yourself. All of us are here with you to share the burden. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Laura. That's one of Laura's better events. They only mentioned swords like 3 times. If they could prove useful my lunchbox making exploits, however, I won't be able to shy away forever. Can't stop thinking about our field study from here earlier in the year. And that time I fucking destroyed Crow, wasn't that sweet as hell? Everyone else was dead, but fucking the L God reigned supreme. Sure, it was tough. I mean, I guess for you guys, I wouldn't know. I don't die. But it was fun, and V was still alive. Yeah, even if we did think he died back at the mine. I'm guessing news of V's actual death has probably reached Crow by now. Wonder how he's taking it. Sorry, it was probably super insensitive of me to bring him up. Just, try and cheer up, okay? It's definitely worried about me. Maybe we should hang out for a while. Hell yeah! I just got a great idea for something we can do together. Come with me, Reen. What's going on now? You'll find out soon enough. Let's go! Elliot dragged Reen into the Rhineford building, and after he borrowed a few things, Elliot dragged him right back out again. This sort of looks like the same kind of orbital guitar I used back at the festival. That's because it is. Both that and the keyboard are made by the Rhineford company. They're display models, but they said we could use them since playing right here would be good advertising. Getting a little tongue twisted. Should be all tuned up now. Already got permission too, so shall we get started? Get started. Wait, you don't mean... I sure do. Let's play some music. Just you and me, putting on a concert in the middle of the street. Do we get tips? Oh, there's nobody listening. Oh no, Elliot, nobody's listening. Oh god, we're just two weirdos playing with no one watching. Despite the sudden start, the two played with gusto. They're focused entirely on their instruments and the performance. A surprising number of Roer's residents had stopped to listen and clap for them. All in all, it was a success. Phew, that was something. Impressive work, Reen. We were out of sync in a few spots, and we missed a note or two here and there, but it was fun, wasn't it? It was for me, at least. Yeah, it was fun. This goes to show that music doesn't stop at giving strength to the listeners. The performers get some too, I guess. I was every bit as happy there as I was when we performed at the festival. I'm a little biased, but I'd say playing yourself is even more fun than listening, to be honest. That's probably one of the reasons I just can't seem to give music up. Thanks for inviting me to join you, Elliot. That definitely helped cheer me up. You're very welcome. We'll have to do this again sometime if we can, with some time to practice, hopefully. You were fucking awful, Reen. Not just us, either, the whole class, just like back at the festival. That sounds great. I hope we get another chance to do something like that. The street concert complete, Reen and Elliot went back to the Rhineford HQ to return their instruments with smiles of elation on their faces. Oh, Link level 5. Oh. I don't even know what Rush 2 is. I guess it just makes your rushes stronger? Because that used to be Burst. I think? I can't remember. Man, that was so much fun. Performing outdoors like that felt great. We gotta do some big outdoor concerts together someday, and maybe actually practice for that one. I mean, I do like the idea of, you know, like looking out for Reen like that, you know? like recognizing that Reem was in like a bad spot, you know, with V's death and everything. Maybe he kind of blamed himself a little bit. Which I guess is kind of understandable. I mean, not really. I mean, it's understandable. I could see a way in which Reem would blame himself for that, but it's not fair for himself to blame himself for V's death. Like, he kind of basically just seemed to have a death wish after, or like he lost his meaning in life. I'm heading out shopping soon. From our perspective, causing one of the 4 great houses to withdraw from the war is a monstrous achievement. But for my brothers, it's likely all within the realm of expectation. I doubt we've caused them a moment's hesitation. The only thing it's done is reclassify us as more of a threat, and we'll need to be even more careful as we fly around. Yeah, didn't even think about that. Still, I would not advise becoming so cautious that we're unable to get anything done. That's a thought for another time. Right now you should focus on taking some time to unwind. I think I will. Thanks, Eustace. Resting up wouldn't be so bad. Maybe I should join him in his shopping. Could I join you? Honestly, shopping for supplies sounds like it could relieve the stress just as well as a nap. Do what you will. My first stop is RF Arms. I've decided to say fuck the sword. I want a big-ass gun. Are you really going to use all these whetstones in your sword? And how much reinforcing tape does that hilt need? I'm just going to buy you a new one soon anyway, probably. Better be too well prepared than found wanting in a pitch, particularly when the future is uncertain as it is. I suspect my father is already aware of what happened here in Nortia. Knowing him, he's probably already preparing to retaliate. Maybe you're right. Especially with him working on a sold-out like these for his own personal use. Just why we prepare ourselves as best we can for whatever lies ahead. How do we know that he's doing that? Speaking of, I still have a number of other things to buy, including a book that the war managed to delay. Come, we're going to the general store. Hot Shots magazine awaits. Okay, sure. We're starting to pick up a lot, though. We're gonna be able to... You think we're gonna be able to carry all this back to the ship? We aren't doing anything. You are. What? Hurry up and take us to the counter. We don't have all day. I think my arms are starting to go dead. How'd you end up getting me to carry all this for you? I mean, I guess I could have said no, but still. Come now, you wouldn't make me waste my strength with a heavy load, would you? Besides, given all the time you spent assisting the student council, I'd imagine you're used to menial tasks like this. Damn, he fucking got us. Just pretend I'm Toa. I doubt you ever give her any guff, no? There's a mental image I wasn't prepared for. Better than you leaving your mind free to focus on your burdens that you need not shoulder. Come along now. Wait, is he trying to keep me busy so I don't have time to think about what happened yesterday? That's really nice of him in a cold, off-putting, useless sort of way. But even so, I'm grateful. I don't know, I preferred Elliot's, yo, let's have a jam session, as opposed to, hey, carry this shit for me. Reinvigorated by Eustace's awkward show of kindness, Reen carried his baggage from shop to shop without a single word of complaint. The two spent a long time in each shop they visited, scanning the shelves and putting more and more onto poor Reen's pile. While the experience was exhausting, it did indeed take his mind off his worries. I get what he's trying to do, but I don't know how much more my arms can take. Come on, Eustace, you can at least take something, anything. Eustace, something in that magazine catch your eye? What is this? Not the Imperial Chronicle. Look for yourself. Noble Alliance marches to victory. The glorious Noble Alliance, led by Duke Cayenne and the Chief of Staff Rufus Alberea, continues their victorious streak. Their quest to carry the country into a new, brighter future feels all the more complete with each new success. And it's only a matter of time for the foolish Imperial Army is eradicated once and for all. Well, this is quite the article. Not exactly going for the unbiased approach, are they? Of course not. I imagine the writers are just as much under the Alliance's thumb as those at the Imperial Chronicle. Trying to manipulate public perception that the Alliance is in preparation for their rule after the war is won. Both Duke Cayenne and my brother are thinking of not only how to win the war, but how to control Erebonia afterwards. That's how far ahead they're able to think. Sorry, Eustace, this must be hard on you. Still, that doesn't mean we're going to lose out by not doing the same. Instead of focusing on the way things might be, we should focus on the here and now. What we can do to change things. Like, here and now, you can take these damn bags. If we do, I'm sure the future we want will fall into place. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I wouldn't disagree. So what if they're thinking 3 moves ahead? That all falls apart if we do something that shakes up their plans. Yeah, like Zombie Osborne. Who the hell is looking out for Zombie Osborne, man? Who has that on their bingo card? And that's what we'll do. Look at the future we want. To think you're capable of such positivity so soon. I suppose you still have much more of a capacity for it than I do. I want you back to your usual self as soon as possible, Reen. We won't be able to secure the future of ours otherwise. I'll see what I can do. Shopping complete, they lugged their purchases back to the Courageous, stored them in the ship's hold, and went back out into Roer. That one's pretty good. 16 points. You're right, Veen. All we can do is stay focused on the present and hope that everything will fall into place. But you should be sure to return to your normal self as soon as you can. We cannot advance together if either of us is unable to walk alone. So far, Eustace is in the lead of the Roer bonding events. Hey, I'm trying to think. What time we got? We got time for like one more. Now, I mean, Emma is right here, so... What's up? The city is so amazing, I almost can't take it all in. It's not so much different from a city as it is a different world. Nothing is familiar. I know a lot of our classmates feel this way, but I grew up in such a rural area I can hardly believe what I'm looking at. Yeah, I felt the same when I was first here. It's a far cry from Ymir, that's for sure. Still, while you're here, and I'll walk around a bit and take in the sights. It's a bit intimidating, but there's a lot to see. That sounds like a fun idea. I mean, I know it's hard, but I hope things get better for you soon. Thanks, Emma. I hope so too. Maybe she'd appreciate a guide. Roer is a big place after all. How about I give you a guided tour of the place? I've been here before, so I should be able to give you a decent one at least. Not a Lisa grade, but you know. Are you sure you wouldn't mind? I'd love that. Reen, why are you using the escalator correctly? Don't you know it's against the rules? Advancing dialogue. This isn't the only one on the continent either. Zysa over in Librel has one. I wouldn't be surprised if they were introducing to more cities here in Erebonia. Damn, dude, it's fast. I was trying to drink some damn water and freaking game blasted me. What's that big structure over there? It's an orbital generator, apparently. They provide the energy that this town and its factories need to work. They've heard they have plans to make more of them, too. Or I've heard. Or at least they had plans. I'm guessing they were put on hold until the Reinford company is fully reorganized again. It's amazing that technology like this actually exists. It's like magic in a way. Reen continued to show Emma around the city, focusing primarily on things one couldn't find anywhere else. Eventually their tour came to an end and they decided to stop for a rest. Oh, there's so much to take in here that my head's still spinning. Every time I thought I'd seen all there was to see, you left me somewhere else that was even more incredible. I mean, it's okay. It's honestly, Roer is maybe my least. Well, Celtic is like the least favorite, but that's also not fair because it's not even like a real city. I think aside from Celtic, Roer is probably my least favorite of the cities we've gone to. I don't know. It just kind of feels like bad Zeiss still. I mean, I like aspects of it, like the way it feels more like the two different like the upper and lower levels feels more defined than the way it was in Zeiss and Trails in the Sky, where like there was an upper level, but really it was basically just function as the entrance to the factory. There wasn't really anything on the upper level, but Zeiss just has like a better atmosphere because the introduction of like the escalator and it being the industrial city has more like pop to it in the Trails in the Sky games, because you've never really seen anything like that at that point in the city, or at that point in the series. Whereas, you know, you go to Heimdall before you go to Roer, and Heimdall feels just as advanced as Roer, really. But, I mean, overall, it's okay, but it's definitely not my favorite city in the game. That's the same way I felt the first time I was here, and plus Zeiss has the best music, so you can't top it. It gets even more incredible when you realize that in a few decades, places that look like this could be the norm. You may be right, especially with the way technology is always advancing. It reminds me of something I read in a book once. It said, technology that is beyond the comprehension of the observer is indistinguishable from magic. Isn't that Does this game use that quote earlier in it, or is that something else? I mean, I've heard that quote before, but I've seen it in like multiple different pieces of media, but I can't remember if this game actually used that as well prior to this. That's one way to look at it, sure. But if that is the case, where does it leave witches like me? People develop new technology it's embraced with open arms, but our equally convenient magic is as feared as heretical. That's why we're forced to live in the shadows, hiding both our existence and our powers away from the people. Is that the only reason we exist, to fulfill duties that nobody even knows about while the world leaves us behind? Sorry, Emma. I never realized you felt that way. Not at all. I'm the one who should be... Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble at you like this. You're shouldering a far heavier burden than I am right now. Another person's worries are the last thing you need. Even more so when my duty as a witch is to support you. I'm sure Grandmother and Celine wouldn't be very annoyed at me right now. You don't have to be sorry for anything. And honestly, all your concerns make sense to me. I don't think anyone exists just to fulfill some arbitrary set of duties, especially you. You really think so? Sure, you're a witch, but that doesn't have to define who you are as a person. Us, you're Emma, and our class president and our friend, who just so happens to be a witch. Who needs to be burned at the stake. I mean, who can stay with us for a long time. Nobody gets to pick how they're born, but everyone deserves to choose how they want to live their life. I suppose you're right. So don't let being a witch force you into dedicating your life to fulfilling duties or whatever. Focus on finding something that you want to do, and we're all here to help you do that. You know that, right? You're not alone. I don't think anyone else in our class has figured out exactly how to live their life either. Well, when you put it that way, there's no supposing about it, is there? You're right. Thank you, Reen. It might not be easy to find something I want to do for myself. Maybe it's time that I start thinking long and hard about it. If I run into any difficulties, though, you'll be the first person I come to for support. Whenever you need it, I'll be there. I will say, that whole, like, idea... I'm surprised there hasn't been more examples of people being, like, afraid of magic, right? Because, I mean, they've kind of, like, alluded to the idea that the witches need to stay in the shadows. Because, I mean, really, it's just the church that has a beef with them, right? We've never seen any NPCs display any disdain or fear of witches, right? Like, I feel like that's something that could have been done better. Like, maybe have one of the characters, when it's revealed that Emma is a witch, have, like, actually have some beef with that idea. Because, I mean, really, none of the characters are, like, overtly religious. I mean, the closest is Gaius, right? Is the closest thing there is to, like, a religious character in the party. But even then, he's not, like, a traditional, you know, it's kind of like a syncretic, you know the word, but, you know, fusion of the traditional beliefs with the, Church of Adios flair associated with it. But that is something I think would have been kind of interesting if you had, like, a character who actually was, shocked at the idea of Emma being a witch, and maybe it would take them some time to, like, give them, like, an arc in regard to that, like, have some, like, intrapersonal conflict there. But I guess the problem is that, like, by the time it's revealed that Emma is a witch, you know, they're all pretty much, like, best friends forever. God, Reen, why is her shadow so tiny? I've never noticed it, but, like, now I can't not see how small his shadow is. It's so weird. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. Next time, we will... Oh, man. The good old days. The good old days when we had the toaster. Oh, man. Just let me relive it for a little bit. Oh, Toval, why'd you leave me, man? Why'd you leave me? You could be with us right now. You could be casting arts and doing all kinds of cool shit, but instead you're over in Western Arabonia, which maybe doesn't even really exist. I don't know. It could all be, like, made up as a joke. But alright, that's gonna be it. Next time we will, finish up our Bond events and maybe do a bit of story stuff. I doubt it'll take that long to do the last 8. Probably about 30 or so minutes. And also, once again, we're still gonna be, I think I mentioned this last video, but probably just gonna be like the 1 video a day for the next week or so, just to kind of give me a bit of a break, and also give me time to try and build up a backlog of this series and maybe even be able to actually start some other stuff, because really I've been in, like, this limbo where I've just had this one LP and then the occasional Yeast video going up, just because I don't have time to record much more else. Oh, did I talk to you? It was great to walk around and take in the sights with you. Our conversation gave me some real food for thought, though, too. If you need any more advice, I'll be the first person. If I need any more advice, I'll be the first person to ask. But yeah, probably, I don't know. I mean, it shouldn't, it's just that, you know, limited recording time for the next week or so, plus, maybe slight amounts of burnout for me. Not like a big deal, but just, you know, maybe just a little bit. It kind of, you know, that's one of those things that comes and goes with anything creatively. You'll have, like, a period where you're like, I don't really feel like doing anything. But, it'll pass like it always does. I'm Extra Cheese 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.